In a remote village, there was an old and abandoned house that had been deserted for decades. The house was perched on the edge of a rocky cliff, with the jagged rocks plunging perilously into a deep ravine below. This house, known as the Haunted House at the Abyss, was infamous for its terrifying stories, and locals avoided it at all costs. Sammy, a curious and adventure-loving young man, was the type who couldn't resist a challenge. After hearing the eerie tales surrounding the house, he decided to investigate it himself. Equipped with his camera and tools, Sammy resolved to spend a night in the house, despite the warnings from his friends and family. He arrived at the house late at night, with the wind howling through the trees around him. The house was dark and silent, except for the eerie sound of the wind moaning through the ravine. Sammy pushed open the creaky door and stepped inside, immediately discovering that the house was filled with dust and cobwebs. The furniture was covered in old, dust-covered dolls, and the place seemed utterly lifeless. As Sammy explored the dimly lit rooms, he felt an uncomfortable presence in the air. There was a dreadful silence, as if the house itself was watching him. He began to feel an icy chill seeping into his bones, and his anxiety grew when he started hearing faint footsteps coming from the upper floor. There was no one else in the house, but he was sure the sounds were intensifying. Sammy decided to investigate the upper floor, where the old stairs creaked under each step he took. On the upper floor, he found a small room with a window covered in old grime. As he looked inside, he discovered a massive mirror hanging on the wall, covered with a layer of dust. Sammy felt a strange sensation as he looked at the mirror, but he had no time to dwell on it. As Sammy continued to explore, he noticed something unusual happening with the mirror. The reflection began to distort, showing blurry shapes. The colors shifted erratically, making it difficult to see clear details. Suddenly, a pale and horrifying face appeared in the mirror, an image of a woman covered in blood. The ghostly figure slowly advanced towards Sammy, her expression filled with anger and tears. Sammy's fear escalated, and he ran toward the door, only to find it locked tight. He struggled to open it with all his might, but it wouldn't budge. As he tried, the noises grew louder, with whispers and screams echoing from all directions. Sammy felt trapped within the dark confines of the house, the oppressive darkness closing in around him. While Sammy searched for an escape, he stumbled upon old journals hidden under the decaying furniture. He read the journals with trepidation and discovered they belonged to a woman named Mary, who had lived in the house over 100 years ago. The journals were filled with her pain and sorrow, revealing that she had been betrayed by her loved ones and met a tragic death. As Sammy read the journals, another message appeared on the mirror. "Help me, and I will free you." Sammy's terror mounted, but he decided to follow the message. The journals revealed how to help the spirit, which was seeking revenge for the injustice it had suffered. Using the information from the journals, Sammy pinpointed a hidden space underground where he discovered Mary's buried body in a secret chamber. He felt a mix of grief and fear as he uncovered the remains. Sammy performed a ritual to lay the spirit to rest, hoping to help her find the peace she had been seeking. As Sammy conducted the ritual, the noises began to fade, and the light in the house started to return. Mary's spirit appeared before him once more, but this time her face was serene and peaceful. She whispered in Sammy's ear, "Thank you. Now I can leave in peace."